two. I got homies that can sleep without Gucci and Chanel, I got a lot of it. Walk up in the spot like, hey, what poppin' in? Gon' pop it for me cause I'm rich and poppin' in, yeah. Drip, little bit, let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit, you ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top a bit. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls head to toe designer. Drip, little bit, let me feel myself a little bit.
Well, we've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Washington football team. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent. And they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a different long night.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 7 yards there and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. We're seeing quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Open man is the tight end Troutman. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 23.
21 yards. First down, Saints.
Here we go.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Taken down.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
21.
On the ground, Kamara. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Ball carrier.
Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? Five or more yards each time.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints.
Complete.
A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. A long opening drive and a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
21-yard line.
Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 21. Here's Haskins out of the gun. Oh, that was dangerous.
Haskins pass.
Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
Makes it 2nd and 10.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. To throw again, Haskins. And his throw is incomplete.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. 3rd down, here's Haskins. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
The ball carrier.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
At the 47-yard.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. He'll get 15 and a Saints 1st down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Adam Troutman, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Flushed out right, and he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Ryan Kerrigan in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And Lutz missed it to the right. No good. And this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead.
13. Washington, nothing.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
To throw on 3rd down. Haskins. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And this returnable for Harris. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And that will come the offense as they take over.
43-yard line.
Here we go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
20! And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
On 2nd and 12, Garoppolo. And this is complete. It's Marshall. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jimmy Garoppolo with his second touchdown pass of this first half. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Check 53's Mike. Check 53's Mike. Check tight end. Check tight. Check tight.
From the 29, Haskins looking for his running back, and he's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And he stopped immediately there.
The ball carrier.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Single. That's single slot. Here we go. Watch 7. Double time. Mike 50.
Second down, Haskins. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught at the 10. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A huge play there for Washington. 52 yards. Washington with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. From the gun, it's Haskins. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Logan Thomas hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And Washington able to close the gap just a bit. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. That is good, and that'll make it 20-7.
the score, Saints 20, Washington 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The return. The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
And he'll get this across the 40 and up to about the 42-yard line.
42-yard line.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Troy Apke. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
A carry now for McKissick. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Haskins to throw. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
Incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Here we go, 50, 50, Mike 50. I'm coming up.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And he'll complete this to Gibson. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
Well, one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey, check.
Operating from the gun, Haskins. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Saints.
That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo taking a shot here for Marshall, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
2 things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
Fancy footwork in midfield. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass.
Mike 50, Mike 50, Mike 50. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Mike 50, Mike 50.
Final play of the half. It's Haskins to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
End zone. Leads to 2nd and goal.
This clearly the final play of the half, but no field goal attempt. They're going for it with 3 seconds remaining. Final shot before break. Haskins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas in the final seconds of the first half. And Washington able to make this a close game again. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
10-10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action. Haskins. And yet again, Haskins is intercepted. 3rd time. picked up by Marcus Williams. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 13.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now Kamara. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
The ball carrier.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
New Orleans.
Taysom Hill with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. Popular down near the goal line, quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was, and one of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Thomas, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Well, we saw that he had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
Here we go, 50, Mike 50. Let's put him on the buses.
On 3rd down, Haskins. And that is incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
40-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
Throwing is is Garoppolo on third down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. Down to the 25. David Onyemata there on the tackle.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, Haskins. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Come on, let's go. Mike, 53. 53, Mike. 53's the Mike. 53, check 53.
Looking to throw, Haskins. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Logan Thomas with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And Washington able to capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
The kick is good.
And it's up and good.
The score, Saints 26, Washington 21.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he returns this to the 22.
Harris on the return. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Looking long for Thomas. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. To throw is Garoppolo. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Saints add on to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now Haskins. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the 23-yard line.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun. Haskins, and it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The intended receiver was Thaddeus Moss. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. From the gun, Haskins. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Tressway now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Harris to return. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
Carry for New Orleans.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
And it's 3rd down.
The Saints on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
9 yards.
So that'll get them to 1st down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. Garoppolo on 1st down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off near the 42. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Their own 42-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Now Haskins on first down. He's going to look deep down. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the interception by the Washington defense leads to a touchdown.
And this is back to a 5-point game.
Good. Makes the score Saints 33. Washington 28.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. Following the turnover, it's Haskins. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. A good pickup there on first as a screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's McKissick, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Washington on 3rd down.
Just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now it's Haskins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Mike 50. Mike 50. Check.
They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. And he comes back with 1 complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. They will run it. It's McKissick. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Washington on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Haskins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. So from 3 scores down, these guys have fought all the way back to grab the lead. And I'll just tell people what happened when they went up 3 scores. I wrote on your paper 2 words, game over, and now I'm eating those words. I was wrong.
A little salt, a little pepper, goes down pretty easily.
I will admit when I make a mistake.
Well, it looked like it was going that way. This is one of those paging Frank Reich moments, and I can't believe I just brought that up, because Frank Reich...
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
21-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They run it again with Kamara. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A gain of 5. First down.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Kamara. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On the ground, this is Kamara. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run. This is Kamara. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Running with Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. He's back to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And some space here. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
New Orleans.
Wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Taking it about the 1. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Oh, he's able to out-muscle him here as he pulls it in.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout
as they stop him with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
From midfield now, Haskins.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line.
Intercepted by the Saints. They'll take over 1st and 10.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45.
Down to a knee goes Garoppolo, and that ought to do it.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
You just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So
around just like the hell in the club. Come like a bat of the hell I dare you. Weapon my energy paralyzed. I'm like a finger of 11. Take a second, I'm finna send it like a bear in a message. You're the best. If it ain't me, then you didn't do a confession. You a mess. You ain't scary to me. I heard you was a leader, but that ain't a profession. I'm a cheater, one thing, I'm there in the scene. And I feel just like a Jeter Prince, and I'm an heir to the seat. I mean, for real. Touch the driver's soft so I don't even grab the wheel. That's on my chest, but it don't mean the man is stealing. Man, I'm walking with some money, man. I mean a couple mil. Ew, think you need a meal. You ain't even eating while I'm feasting in the field. That's why I'm always cheesing, cause I feel like Uncle Phil. And all this losers think the freshman ain't half the man as well. Are you irresponsible without your money or not?
Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Just like the hands on the clock, I go back to back when I'm doing numbers. All the mad that I'm driving the bus, so they threw me under. Heard they mad, they don't wanna bust, so they boo each other. Think that they're the winning team, go losing, then they choose another. And that's okay, cause I'm competing with me, not you. I live with blessings like I can't stop sneezing, not you. I hate to break it, but me and myself top two. I blow away the competition like a bowl of hot soup. And there's no catch. I go and get the bag and I'm not bringing it back. I'm like a down QB, I put the pain in the past. And if you ever had a problem, promise I didn't ask. So it's 4-4-4 in the car, my dash. I'm shaking big, told them all, you went first, you last. Little boy, that's facts. I'ma grow that cash to my money. You know what?
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power. Hey, look at my dogs. It was way back then, you could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did the lady go miss? How she was magic, she mixed. Met her at one of the functions, we caught a little rhythm, she caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed.